Hello Libra and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. The sun has just come out for you. It was a gloomy overcast day and then suddenly I started the Libra reading and the sun came out. It might be the clouds, it might be going behind the clouds now, but it just had this lovely sense of, the sun's coming out for Libra, optimism, vitality, joy. It's just a nice energy to come through. My goodness, I mean, normally I don't shuffle that way, but the cards just slipped out. It might be one of those things that things kind of might start getting a little bit easier, or things might just like kind of fall at your feet kind of energy, like weird synchronicities and just things slipping out or just happening, and it's like, how did that happen? It's not normally how it happened, but just kind of happened quite easily. So yeah, let's see what cards have come out for you. And this is your monthly reading for May. So we have Six of Shells, sentiment and joy. Speaking of joy, look at these two beautiful otters just traveling together. So this is the Six of Cups. There could be energies or from the past or people from the past returning. This can be a trip down memory lane, but I feel like it's kind of like the past is helping you move forward. In some way, it's informing the future. It's kind of, yeah, and also really important who you're moving forward with. There's somebody by your side here that there's this joyful energy that's connecting to you at this moment. So beautiful. And then we have the Nine of Feathers, perspective and self-empowerment. So it's almost like with some people, you know, here's the prickly little hedgehog, kind of like, yeah, you know, I need my space. Give me my space. I'm getting into my power kind of thing. And then there's the people that you're happy to have in your space and to go on the journey with you. So I feel like there's going to be the people that you're happy to have around you and the people that you're not. And it's like about setting up some really clear boundaries between, yeah, you can come into my world, you can come close to my body, you can come into, share the joy. I'm opening my heart to you. I'm not sure about you. I'm just going to have a little, you can stay over there. I'm going to have this little barrier up. And if you come too close, I'm going to get prickly. I'm going to get irritated, like kind of thing. So I feel like you're going to be very discerning about who you want close to you and who you don't at this moment in time. So while you're kind of working some things out, but you know, these boundaries, personal boundaries, are going to be, I think, a very important theme that's coming through, because we also have, look at this new life, the cicada, beautiful. It's like it's releasing an old shell and stepping in. I love how it's green as well. The green cicada, it represents new life. So fantastic transformation, transition, and liberation. You're freeing yourself from some kind of old version of you or old life or old cycle. In some way, something is ending and you're freeing yourself from that. And absolutely, you're transitioning into this new energy. And while you're doing that, you're like, yeah, I want my people around me. I don't want the others. So fantastic. Wow. Feels like a big change, big transition coming in for you here, Libra. So yeah, May is jam-packed full of a lot of astrology as well, a lot of things happening. Like Pluto pretty much got the planet of transformation. We have Pluto turning up here. This is actually the death card in the tarot. So yeah, that Pluto's turned up and Pluto goes retrograde in May. It's pretty much at the start of May it turns retrograde. So it is about going back over some old cycles and old energies of what are you transforming in your world at this moment in time. We're still in eclipse season. So there is an eclipse in May. It's a lunar eclipse. It's a full moon in Scorpio at 15 degrees of Scorpio on the 5th of May. Mercury is going through a retrograde cycle, but it turns direct halfway through May. So on the 15th of May, it starts moving forward again. And then we have a beautiful new moon in Taurus on the 19th of May, and then we go straight into Gemini season. So it's like, whoa, it's all happening. So what's shifting and changing for you, Sword 8, Mercury, Gemini? I love this, okay? Especially moving into your fellow air sign Gemini season, I think is going to be like, whoa, the energy is just starting to flow. It's like, whoa, I feel like the gates are, previously they may have been gates and you had to kind of go, open the gate, have a process, and you had to kind of climb over the gate or whatever, unlock the gate to move forward. It feels like, yeah, there's no gates. We're just flowing. We're just like moving really, really fast, the energy. So this is overcoming, the Eight of Swords is overcoming limitations. Other people's opinions of you, your own personal limitations, thoughts, around you, restrictions. It's like, boom, take that off. That's an old shell, like the old cicada, and I'm moving into this new life. So fantastic, this new energy, this transformed energy. So, wow. This feels exciting for you, Libra. So let's see what else is coming in. Well, of course, the card, the major arcana that represents Libra, the Justice card, boom. You are coming in super, super strong. You are. So, yeah, justice, absolutely. It does represent contracts, contractual agreements, legalities as well, something that hasn't been fair, but this is the situation that's coming in that needs to be rebalanced. So let's see what else is coming through. So, Libra, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because they give you a fuller picture, a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Libra. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading where we'll go further into the future. And the link for that will be in the description box below. And you can buy the extended reading individually. Or you might like to check out the beautiful Patreon community that we're building and growing at this moment in time. And within that membership, you have access to the extended readings for all 12 signs. So you can cross-watch, you can look at your sun, moon and rising, plus there's a whole heap of extra content as well. So love it if you check that out. Libra, the link for that is in the description box below. We do have the devil coming in at the root of this, and that can be very Plutonian as well. You know, it can represent fear or things that have kept you very stuck. So let's have a look at, I feel like you kind of detaching, walking away, just going up, sorting some stuff out. Yeah, look at you, reset. This is eclipse energy, stepping into the new. Absolutely. 10 of Swords, I'm done. It's over. There's some sort of fated or major ending that's coming in here. The Page of Wands, you're stepping into the new. There's so much like endings, walking away, stepping into the new. Yeah, I need my space to work all this stuff out. So lots happening here for you, Libra. Let's see what else is coming in. I'll finish this one off. They're sort of all jumping today, which is nice. So we've got the 3 of Wands as hopes and fears, and as outcome, the 7 of Pentacles. And we have at the base the 5 of Cups. Okay. And I do want to pull one more, the 4 of Pentacles, and one more, the Death card, of course. Yes, well, we know Pluto is having a major effect, and Pluto is in Aquarius, your fellow air sign. So this will be trining you. So whenever a planet goes into retrograde, it goes over old territory. It's kind of revisiting, reworking. And so it can be looking at old things that are unfinished business. There's unfinished business here that is ready to transform and needs to be unearthed. But yeah, with 2 death cards coming in here, major transformation coming through for you. So that's actually really good. But it is like, could have this sense of going over old territory. I find when it goes into retrograde, because this is not the first time that Pluto's been doing this, but I feel like it's, the sense I'm getting is it gets a bit easier the second time around, or it's kind of already going over energy that we've already trawled through, and it's kind of going back over it going, you know what, we gave you, we sort of had a chance to look at this the first time, and it's pretty intense. It does represent intensity, the planet of fear, control, truth, intensity, but mostly it's about birth, death, rebirth, transformation, Pluto. And so it kind of says, yeah, we went over that the first time. Let's go back and see if there's something we can rework or something that we can unearth, that we can move this forward a little bit. So it's this strange feeling of going backwards in order to move forwards. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here, but definitely potentially there could be a lot of conversations that are going on with other people. I really feel like there's a lot of talking things through with other people coming in. And as the situation, we've got justice. So you might be getting a lot of other people's ideas, opinions, and working with a lot of that. You might have to, and this might be something you want to bounce off, like, what's your opinion of this? Can I get your advice or whatever it is? Let me tell you what I'm thinking. But there's also people so this is where you have to be discerning with your boundaries, because some people you're going to be like, yeah, thanks. That's what I really needed to hear. That's great advice, or that's, really great to get some feedback of some sort. But other people, it's kind of just going to be like, yeah, that's not helping me. That feels really negative, and I'm putting a barrier up. So I feel like there's a filter with communication that you need to put up here, Libra. with what you are receiving from other people, because ultimately, like when somebody else is telling you something, that's their projection of their opinion, and a lot of other people don't necessarily see you, or they can't see your potential that you've got within yourself, or the potential of a situation you might be talking about. So they might say something negative. That doesn't mean that is negative or it's not going to work. It's their thing, their opinion. So I feel like you're trawling through other people's opinions here. That's kind of like a big thing. And some people might really kind of annoy you with some of the things they might say. I get this prickliness of the Nine of Feathers. So as a situation, we have the Justice card, which is you. I think you're in your power. You're stepping into your power here with this, the fact you're coming up as your major arcana card. And it could quite literally be this sense of, the Justice characters holding the sword of truth and the scales. So like I said, this can be a lot to do with legalities and contracts, contractual agreements. That can be something that you might be looking at. And especially with the Mercury and Gemini energy coming in, this can be looking at the fine details, or going through things with like the smaller picture sort of stuff, like going through things with a fine tooth comb, having discussions and talks about contracts and things like that. And it kind of has this energy of it has to be fair, it has to be done right. So yeah, it's crossed by the Seven of Wands. So it does feel like there's something you've agreed to, or you've signed, or something like that. This doesn't have to necessarily be legal agreements, contractual agreements. It can be sometimes what we've agreed to do, like I've agreed to do this in my life, or this can be Akashic record contracts as well, or I've agreed to do this for you, like agreements between you and another person. So it can be relationship agreements. We agree to meet every Wednesday for coffee. That's a contractual agreement. And I think that's sort of, whatever level I think you're going to be busy with it. There's lots of people and things of it. Whatever level you're kind of dealing with all that sort of stuff, it feels like, it's a lot you're trawling through here. So there is a particular contract in your life which you kind of, I think you're questioning here, going, well, it's, is it getting me in a better position here? There's two things here. The Seven of Wands, like crossed by the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is, getting yourself in a better position, but it's also defensive. Do you need to defend a contractual agreement in your life, or defend what it is that what you've signed or what you've agreed in some way, shape or form? So this is kind of would be like a defense lawyer that comes in here if you wanted to read it in a legal way, but that's obviously not going to be for all of you. But I feel like it's kind of there's this sense of I need to defend and protect myself here, but also I'm kind of working out how to get myself into a better position with something that is like this contractual agreement in your life. So you need time and space, like I said, to work it out. And I know I keep repeating that. Oh, I can see the beautiful eagles flying out over there now. So in your conscious mind, we've got the Eight of Cups. And so this is, inside your mind, this is where something is, you're thinking of walking away, like this character's walking away, emotionally detaching has emotionally detached from a situation. This is kind of like the disengaged employee or the disengaged friend, or, I've emotionally detached from a relationship of some sort. It just feels like, you've tasted all these cups and something hasn't quite felt right. And so it's like, I just get this sense of disengagement that's coming through. At the base, we've got the Devil. So this may feel a little bit like I've stayed too long, or the terms of the agreement were longer than what I needed. So, the Devil energy is where you kind of stay in an energy for too long, or you're getting very stuck with an energy, or feeling really bound to this contract here, contractual agreement of some sort. And it's like you're thinking, do I really want to be here, or do I really want to be meeting that person for coffee every Wednesday at midday because I've got other things that are taking my attention? That's just a little example. It could be something quite big, a work contract or a mortgage or a rent, a lease contract, or it could be anything, but it could just be the Devil is kind of saying, originally I got fear with this because the Pluto does rule fear, but I kind of get more that it's just an energy that has stayed around for way too long, and that you're ready to kind of say no because you're turning up as the Ten of Swords, or goodbye, or I need to end this in some way, shape or form. There's some kind of ending that's occurring here. But whilst there's the endings, there's also the walkings away and detaching and disengaging. There's also the new beginnings that are coming in, which is the Ace of Cups. So it feels really important to disentangle yourself from certain energies to make way for the new, Libra. And here we have this beautiful Ace of Cups that's coming in the recent past, which is something beautiful has birthed as well. But there is like that you might be wanting a new cycle. You might be feeling very different. Well, a couple of things. This could be just you're starting to feel very differently about something. And this could be where you were feeling like there was something missing. And there's two things that come in here, because the Ace of Cups wants to bring you that feeling, the cup that has been missing. So perhaps it's like this deep questioning of what is that missing cup? Like, why is something not feeling right? And then something potentially is coming in that's feeling a little bit better or feeling a bit differently, which actually makes this situation feel suddenly a different. So it's like one situation can feel good while the other one's starting to feel like this is not resonating anymore. So if that makes any sense. So it's like these overlapping, like new things coming in and things ending, and just trusting that there's some natural endings that are coming in. So in the near future, we got the reset. The 0 represents reset, and eclipses bring reset, fated endings and new beginnings. So we're seeing it all in this reading here for you, but like with all this Pluto energy, this could be very transformative for you. And with Pluto trining your energy, it's going to make it easier for you in a way. So the Fool likes to travel light, doesn't like to carry the heaviness around of the devil or the seriousness and the sort of official energy of the Justice. It's like, I just want to break free of that. You're transitioning into a stage of feeling freer, liberated. And maybe, so the Fool is like ready to take a risk. Something new is coming in, activating, taking a leap of faith. It's a reset of some sort. So this is good. This is part of the new is part of the transformation and the liberation, which is really great. The sun is shining and the Fool is feeling pretty optimistic about where they're heading, even though they don't really know where they're going to land. But you are presenting as the 10 of Swords. So this is where you're just done with something. 10 of Swords is like over, finished, end of chapter. It's when you're saying no to somebody. I can't do that anymore. That didn't work out. Or you've completed something, finished. I'm over it. I've finished doing it. This can be an old belief system, or working with other people's belief systems that you're saying, you know what, I'm not taking that on anymore. I don't believe it anymore. I don't have to. I'm going to be the Fool and go off on this new adventure and reset something within me. So sometimes, with the 10 of Swords, the darkness is lifting. We're seeing that as the devil here, the darkness. This is what's happening deep down inside of you. So the root of it could be the base chakra or the fear of what's happening here, but the darkness is lifting. You can see the devil is like if you look at the cards, it's the only real dark card in the deck. So the darkness is lifting and there's a new dawn, like we see the sun is shining with the Fool card. So you're understanding you are in this transition phase, but there is the 10 Swords in the back as well. So sometimes this can feel like you've been betrayed in some way, stabbed in the back, quite literally, or it could be that you felt like you weren't getting the support that you needed, or that you're just done. Like there needs to be a release and recovery kind of energy that comes in with it, with the 10 of Swords. So, but it's something inside your mind that you are releasing. So the energy around you, again, here comes the new, the Page of Wands. Pages are always messages, the messengers around the new fresh energy that's coming in. In the Wands, this can be around your career, your work, your creativity, something that you're passionate about, or someone that you're kind of getting a spark or passion with. So it feels like some sort of new growth that you could be getting excited about is coming through with the Page of Wands right next to the Ace of Cups. It's beautiful. So hopes and fears, we've got the 3 of Wands. This is the young emperor waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for some positive results. So kind of hoping that there's going to be some positive results through this. So that's just kind of feels like a hope and a fear. But yeah, as an outcome, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Death card. So, you know, I think the Fool, yeah. No, I don't want to say that. I wanted to say that the Fool lands on his feet, but I kind of feel like this is the Fool is the journey, is the transition, the change. But there's this moment beforehand where the Seven of Pentacles, where you could be planting these new seeds for growth. It's about stepping out of comfort zones and, you know, very much wanting either financial growth or growth around investments of some sort, things you've already, or people or relationships or career that you've, or home that you've already invested some time, effort and energy in, and you want to see it grow. So there could just be this moment of the Four of Pentacles of what are you holding on to for fear of letting go? Like just a moment of like, oh, I'm a bit scared to step into this new. But the Death card is saying, look, it's happening anyway. This huge transformation and change is happening. So you might as well just surrender to it and, yeah, trust the process. So the Four of Pentacles can sometimes mean savings as well. So I get a lot of like investment in money. They might be looking to want to have, saving money, or where something can accumulate. Like this is accumulating wealth or accumulating an energy that you want to invest your time, effort and energy into. So it's like, you know, there's some good foundations here. Let's build upon it kind of thing. So that's, and transform where this is heading. So, yeah, it feels big for you, Libra. It really does. And we have as an overall energy the Five of Cups. So this is kind of like where there's been an emotional conflict here. And we are seeing it here because the Ace of Cups is showing you something that could be feeling good, but it's also could be a new way of feeling that is not feeling great as well at the same time. So then we're getting this sense of a conflict happening here. But the Five of Cups can feel like part of the moving on or the transitioning and change can have a sense of loss to it because you are saying goodbye to something, or it could be a sense of just, mourning the past, the old energies, in order to kind of honoring that, mourning that, so that you can step into the new. That's something that's coming in with that, with the Five of Cups. So let's pull. So overall, it feels really, really positive for me. Libra, I think it feels like you taking a huge leap forward, and it's got this sense of purpose to it, almost fated energies, like, there's destiny that's coming in. Okay, so you've got quite a few affirmation cards that are coming through. I want to read this one first. I love my body. Okay. I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect health. Interesting. So come back to your body, listen to your messages of your body, and if you can find peace within a situation, that's going to help you move forward. And so health and your mental health might be something that's coming in with this. Oh, look at all this. Okay, I'm willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, aka all their opinions, and I'm free to think that which is meaningful to me. And you're freeing yourself to step into something that is, like I said, meaningful for you. Fantastic. That's what we want. And that's that little moment of resistance with the Four of Pentacles, like, am I willing to let go? Every thought I think is creating my future. Yes, absolutely. The universe totally supports every thought I choose to think and believe. So be careful what thoughts you are thinking and believing in at this moment in time, because the universe is supporting it. So I have unlimited choices about what I think. I choose balance, harmony, and peace. Again, that word peace. And I express it in my life. So balance and harmony, we're seeing that with the Justice card. Balance and harmony is also really important. Again, this word freedom coming through. Freedom is my divine right. You're kind of claiming this. I'm free to think wonderful thoughts. There's a bit of a theme about how you're thinking, your thoughts and other people's opinions, again, exactly what we were talking about earlier, and about moving beyond. The next thing is, I'm free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. Perfect. I'm becoming all that I'm created to be. Wow. This is like huge, Libra. And I love this one just as a final one. I deserve the best and I accept the best now. There's a lot of like claiming some really positive energy here. I'm mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. So yeah, I feel like it's having this positive energy really can kind of manifest more positive energy, and it's easier said than done, but yeah, I think you're freeing yourself of all these belief systems around you. Okay, so let's look at the charm. Wow, we have the Mickey Mouse key. Okay, Mickey Mouse key. So something is being unlocked quite literally with the Mickey Mouse key, and Mickey Mouse itself might have some sort of resonance or meaning for you. I remember I pulled this for somebody once and they said Mickey Mouse is quite literally my password to get into my accounts. I'm like, okay, well, there you go. That makes sense. But it doesn't, obviously that's not going to be for everyone. Really what the Mickey Mouse energy is about childhood. It's about, something from your childhood, inner child that's being unlocked here. And it's almost like allowing something to play out. It's almost like a hyper real, letting something play out. But they're showing me animation, like Mickey Mouse animation. So animation is like a movie that's frame by frame by frame by frame in the old days when it was originally made. And anything could happen in an animation. Like it defies the usual bounds of reality. Like we could have a hammer fall on Mickey Mouse, he gets squashed and then he just gets back up again. Like if that happened in real life, we'd probably suffer some huge damage. But really the point of what they're trying to show me is that it's almost like this sense of seeing things play out that could feel unreal, and actually understanding that things are now possible, like opening your mind to things that previously, like the limitations might be like, okay, a hammer can't fall on somebody's head, that's going to hurt them. But in this animation world, yes, it can happen. So in this new thing that's playing out, yes, that's just somebody else's belief that says, no, you can't put a hammer on Mickey Mouse's head, he's going to kill him. And then it's like, well, no, we can do whatever we want. This is our imagination. This is our thoughts. This is the real, the animation that you are playing out. So trust your inner child, because inner child's very creative and is wanting to create and help you co-create this. So the inner child will guide you through playfulness and joy and bliss and things like that. So listen to that. But it just is a sense of, moving beyond those belief patterns that are saying something's not possible when it can be. So that's your reading, Libra. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. Boom, we've got 2 death cards coming in, transformation. So this is always a longer cycle, a bigger cycle with the transformation energy. So where is it all heading? We've got reset, the Fool's taking a leap of faith into the new. It's transformational. I feel like, where is this going? Let's look into the near future, the future beyond, what energies are coming in, and what do you need to know about this journey? I don't feel like we're going to look at the start of the journey. I think this is a longer term journey. I don't think it's all going to fit in the extended reading, which is the feeling I'm getting. This is like at least a 2-year journey, that we're even a 12-year, it could be longer. So it just kind of has even 20 years, they're saying. So yeah. But we're going to look at how this journey is being supported and what it's all about. So, and into the future and future beyond. We'll pull any clarifiers. Is there anything else you need to know about the energy around and the best way to work with the energy? Usually to get the optimum results, and usually with the death card, there's a lot of surrendering and letting go. So we'll see what comes in. So that's all an extended reading. Love it if you come over. Like I said, you could buy the extended reading individually, or you might like to check out the beautiful Patreon community that we're building and growing at this moment in time. Lots of extra content in there, but you also have access to all 12 signs, the extendeds for that. So like I said, you can cross-watch, or you can watch your sun, moon and rising. And yes, so I'd love it if you check that out. The link for that is in the description box below for both of those things. And also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, Libra. Love to read your comments. All of those things also help the channel grow, and I truly appreciate it. And take care.